Hi, this is Mike Brown, owner of Death Wish Coffee Company. Welcome to Fueled by Deathcast.
I love Jeff, but sweet and hot. Whoop, Mr. Motorama coffee spot.
Death Wish Coffee presents Fueled by Deathcast, the world's strongest podcast. With your hosts, the incredible Jeff and the amazing D-Man.
Welcome, everybody, to another exciting Fueled by Deathcast.
Oh my God, Jeff!
Show!
Oh my God, Jeff. We're episode 50.
Episode 50! I can't believe it.
Where do you think you'll be when you're 50 years old?
When I'm 50 years old?
Yeah.
Man, hopefully on my own island that I own.
Really? You think that's the way to go, huh?
I mean, if we're going to hypothetically dream about stuff, yeah. That when I'm 50 years old, I want to own an island and I want to live there.
And anytime you need to go see a doctor, you're going to have to take a flight.
I will have a doctor on the island. I'll be smart enough to do that. I'll have
I paid for this island, but I can't afford a doctor.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
yeah.
we're doing a show. Sorry.
We are. It is episode 50 of Fueled by Deathcast. We are the show, and I am the incredible Jeff.
And I am the amazing D-Man.
And you can find us on social media. I am at Jeff Wish Coffee.
And I am at Death Wish Dustin.
Very easy, and we love to hear from you guys. And I just want to get right into this show. We are so excited. First and foremost, share this feed. Comment, share. And if you do that, you're going to win this mug, which is our 2017 Teddy Bear, as it is nice called by some of the fans out there, our Valentine's Day mug.
Yeah. And this is number 1493 out of 5,000. Now, you can't get this anywhere unless you pay too much on eBay for it. You can get it here for free. All you have to do is share this episode.
Comment, share in the comments, and we'll pick one of you in the comments to win this mug. We're going to sign it and ship it right out to you.
Oh, and also.
Yep, here it is. Ooh, it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Makes me feel like I'm kissing a mug.
We can't start a show without thanking our good friend, Brock Powell.
BrockVox.com.
That's it. He is the voice actor behind all the bumps on this show and 1,000 other things that he does. He's so busy, so awesome, and so just a joy to work with.
Is there any awesome people who aren't busy?
Can
you be awesome and also
not
bored?
busy? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it's possible.
I don't think that's
awesome and
possible.
bored exists in the same room. Keep
is
that in
true.
mind.
That is true. Well, speaking of awesome, we love the guys also over at Black Magic Design. They help us create this show. Two amateurs creating something that looks kind of professional, and that's because of Black Magic Design and all of the tech that we use from that company, and we can't say enough good things about them. This show, though, one of the reasons why we're really excited, not only for the guests that we'll talk about in a minute, not only for some of the segments that we got coming up, but we have an incredible contest opportunity, and we're going to talk about it later in the show, so stay tuned. I'm not even going to tell you about it now. I'm just telling you how excited I am to get to that point of the show.
Golden ticket.
Oh.
Sorry, I love taking the wind out of your sail, Jeff. I'm sorry.
Darn.
Secret code unlocked. Discount of death.
So this week, if you type in the discount code Molly, spell that for me, Jeff.
MOLLY.
You will get 20% off of this awesome Stanley thermos.
Yes.
Now there's not that many left. I assume that this whole inventory will be depleted by the end of the holidays.
Yeah.
So now is the time you want to get one for your loved one.
Yeah.
And you get 20% off, which is a huge deal on this Stanley thermos.
This is a great holiday gift, and like you said, we're going to be out of them probably before 2018 rolls around, and what better way than to get it when you can save a bunch of money on it?
All you have to do is type in Molly, and it's Molly, not because we do weird drugs on this show. Or maybe we do.
Oh, my goodness.
You'll never know.
Oh, my gosh.
Tell them why it's Molly, Jeff.
We're really excited. This episode, we got to speak with Dennis Casey and Matt Hensley from the band Flogging Molly. Actually, they played just around the corner from where we are in upstate New York, and we got the whole band to come down to HQ. We showered them in coffee. We smashed pumpkins with the War Club, and we had both Matt and Dennis on the show to talk about the band.
And then they
all
went
sorts
and
of cool
played a
stuff.
sold-out show at the Upstate Concert
Yeah.
Hall. These guys are huge here and everywhere else.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. So we're really excited. So make sure you tune into the podcast this week, and that's with both those guys from Flogging Molly. But that's why the secret code this week is Molly.
Science!
An old friend, huh?
Yeah. Okay, so we're going back into space this week on Science, and
I feel comfortable with Juno, though. I feel like Juno and I know each other at this point.
You've been listening to this show, which, like we just said, we're at episode 50 now. We've brought this up a couple times already. Juno, the spacecraft, is just made its 9th flyby of the planet Jupiter. And what's really cool about that is we sent this little spacecraft that could up to really not only unlock the mysteries of Jupiter, but by doing that, it's going to unlock the mysteries of our solar system, because Jupiter is one of the oldest planets in our solar system, and to be able to understand how it was formed and why it was formed might give us some more insight on that.
I've always loved Jupiter in general. I see it as the guardian to our galaxy.
Yeah, the guardian of the galaxy.
And I mean that in the way that it saves us from a lot of shit that's going to come and just completely destroy us. And it's probably why we don't see a lot of life out in the universe, is because they don't have an awesome planet like Jupiter to take the hit for you.
That is true. That is true. And the mission has been ongoing now for quite so many years, and NASA has an extensive library of everything that we've received from the spacecraft, but everything leading up to the spacecraft even going there. And one of the coolest things, like I was saying before, is the planet itself that it went to go look at, this planet called Jupiter. And the first video I'm going to show you guys is directly from NASA, and it gives us a little bit more insight on the origins of this gas giant.
There are many theories about the origins of Jupiter. Here's what we think happened. Nearly 5 billion years ago, a star in our galaxy exploded. The explosion caused a nearby cloud of gas and dust to collapse and flatten into a spinning disk. Most of the gas and dust collected into a hot, dense core that became our sun. The remaining debris formed the planets and other small bodies in our solar system. And the majority of that debris came together to form the giant planet, Jupiter. Of all the 8 planets, we believe Jupiter formed first. Understanding the formation of Jupiter is essential to understanding the origins of our entire solar system, the formation of Earth, and the most basic foundations of life as we know it.
And basically, that is exactly what I was talking about, is like, this is a snapshot, a window into the earliest known stuff that we know about our own solar system. We don't know how planets are formed or solar systems are formed. We're starting to learn it because of the Hubble telescope and because of what we're seeing out in deep space, but I mean, just in our own backyard, we don't know how that stuff works.
I mean, the fact that we're just getting close to it now means that everything that we've come up with thus far is almost completely guesswork.
It's true.
And it still will be guesswork, but with situations like Juno, it can at least be an educated guess.
Yes. And what's very, very cool about Juno, and a lot of people don't know this, is that it took a very long time to create this spacecraft, which has some of the best technology at that time on it.
Yeah.
And not only that, it took a long time for it to not only be created, but to get from Earth to Jupiter.
Yeah.
It actually was launched on August 5th, 2011, and it reached Jupiter July 4th of only last year, of 2016. So it was a very long ride, but every 53 days, it makes a very close pass that flies from the North Pole to the South Pole and gives us a lot more data all the time since it's been there. And again, I've got some really cool footage from NASA again, explaining just what went into making this mission such a success.
Hundreds of scientists and engineers in 5 countries have been working for more than 10 years to design and build the Juno spacecraft. This solar-powered probe will travel 400 million miles into space with instruments uniquely built to withstand deadly radiation and the fiercely cold environment of Jupiter. Juno will conduct an unprecedented examination of the atmosphere, the interior, and the vast magnetic field of the giant planet. After 5 years of being alone in space, Juno approaches Jupiter and begins reaching a top speed of 160,000 miles per hour, officially becoming the fastest man-made object in history. The main engine ignites to slow down the spacecraft, and Juno is captured by the powerful gravitational pull of Jupiter. Settling into the most challenging orbit ever attempted, Juno will come as close as 3,100 miles to the planet's cloud tops. Juno will continually duck below deadly radiation belts as it studies Jupiter in unprecedented detail for more than a year.
And what's amazing about that is like what they were talking about is that this is unprecedented in human, history. We've never been able to kind of thread the needle like this. It was so many scientists and so much math that had to go into making something basically have the trajectory to hit the orbit of Jupiter and not crash directly into it or just fly off into space.
All you have to do is be off by a little bit to completely ruin all the work that you've done up until this point.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that they were able to stick this landing. It's insane. It blows my mind because I'm, I do a lot of that for as far as like matching inventories in our warehouse and stuff like that, which is like, oh my God, I'm really crunching these numbers. I can't believe I stuck this landing. And then I see shit like this and I'm like, I'm so insignificant. It's crazy.
It's very true. This mission, like I keep saying, is a very important mission. And we've been getting lots of cool data coming back from the Juno mission. And as it continually maps the planet, we're starting to get not only pictures back, but a lot of data about the storms and the gas and the different composition that Jupiter is even made of, which is absolutely incredible. Its primary goal, the mission's primary goal, is to study the planet's origins, the interior structure, and the atmosphere. But like I said, we can gain valuable insight on our solar system at large. Now, this final video that I'm going to show you from NASA actually has some ideas about what we were hoping to achieve from this mission, and we're already starting to get some of this data back.
Mission Juno will help prove or disprove theories about the types and amounts of materials that contribute to the composition of Jupiter. By peering beneath its clouds and discovering what Jupiter is truly like, Juno will also test our ideas about the formation of planets, as well as other major secrets of our solar system. Measuring the amount of water in Jupiter will help us understand how and where in our solar system the giant planet formed. Mapping the gravity and magnetic fields of Jupiter teaches us about the planet's hidden interior and whether it has a solid core. In our quest to unlock the history of the planets, Jupiter is the gateway, and Juno holds the key.
Pretty ominous stuff there.
One of the coolest things is we don't know what's on the interior of Jupiter. Is it all just gas, or is there a metallic core inside? Is it multiple different storm systems? Is it all one interconnected storm system? We're starting to peel those layers back from that mystery to really figure that out. One of the coolest things about the Juno mission, we talked recently about the Cassini mission, which was the spacecraft that we sent to Saturn.
Yeah.
Now, we made that fly into the atmosphere to burn up so it wouldn't become space junk. And that was its final mission. Juno's mission, we constructed this to fly directly into Jupiter. So when its mission is over, it's not a last-ditch effort just to see how much data we can get by throwing it at the planet. It is built to withstand for as long as possible. So we're hoping that if there is a center core, that Juno will actually crash into it and be able to give us data back.
Wouldn't that be crazy if it just shoots out the other side?
Right? Yeah, that would be really crazy.
Woo. Of course, that's like physics will not allow that whatsoever.
Yeah, of course.
But it's fun to think about.
One of the coolest things is the photos we get back from the Juno mission, and during its 9th flyby, which just happened on October 24th, we actually didn't get these until a week later because of solar conjunction. And what that basically means is that the Earth and Jupiter are both in the path of the sun. So any data that we're trying to send to Juno, or Juno would just send back to us, could be corrupted by solar particles. So we basically go radio silent when there's solar conjunction.
Right.
So for that whole week, it just banked all these photos as it did the flyby, and then we got them actually on Halloween on October 31st. And here are some of them as to show you some of the real close-up shots of these storm systems. Some of the white storm system that you're seeing, NASA scientists refer to as the string of pearls, because it looks like, all these pearls kind of dotting the surface of it. But some really, really incredible photos of these storm systems, that what we know of them, and just being able to map them out as close as Juno gets is just incredible. To think that we have a man-made object so close to such a giant planet. And finally, one of the coolest photos that we got back very recently was Jupiter's moon Jovian was casting a shadow across Jupiter, and that's it right there. And so you want to talk about a lunar eclipse, like that little spot is a lunar eclipse for Jupiter. That's about it, though. But it's pretty neat. And like I said,
man.
Like I say every time that we bring up the Juno mission, I love talking about it on this show because it's one of those ongoing things that we can constantly talk about the new discoveries that we're getting from it, the new photos that we get back, the new data that we get to uncover, and then eventually when it crashes into the planet, how exciting that will be.
And like I say every time we talk about science or space, shit.
Oh, I didn't mean to scare you, man.
All right, let's get some motivation going.
All right.
What fuels you?
Okay, so this week we got to talk with Matt and Dennis from the band Flogging Molly. And like every show on the podcast, we asked them the question, what fuels you? And they had some really interesting answers to that question, one of them being their fans. And I think that is something that most artists are driven by, is people who obviously give a positive reaction to their work, whether you're a painter or a musician or whatever you're creating.
And looking into that, there's definitely an amount of pressure that artists like this must feel when they have hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of people looking forward to what they will create next. So not only creating for themselves anymore,
right?
They now people depend on them to be creative, and that's a weird position to be in.
It is a weird position, and that's kind of where I was bringing this up. I was thinking along the lines of, when does it become? Because an artist, I know, at least from experience, being a musician or whatever, if you're going to write let's take music as the example. If you're going to write a song, 99% of the people out there are writing a song for themselves. It's your own expression, same as a painter, same as a cooker, same as any of that. It's your own expression, it being expressed in the creative medium that you choose. But when you start to add a fan base to it, especially a fan base that depends on liking the thing that you're creating, are you creating for your fans, or are you creating because of your fans? And is that even the way it should be? Should you never stop just creating for yourself?
Well, I think you ride the horse you showed up with. Shout out to Kane. And I think if you are a musician that has created music from the start for yourself, because you're not creating for other people yet, because they're not listening to you yet, and all of a sudden you have a large fan base that likes your stuff. They like your stuff because you were creating that music, let's just say, for yourself.
Okay.
But as soon as you change aim and start pandering to a certain fan base, I think you're going to lose that fan base.
Yeah.
Because that's not why they showed up to listen to you.
Yeah.
But I will say, and we talked a little bit about this, but I was thinking about it deeper, if because you were pandering to your fan base to begin with. Let's say you already have a built-in fan base from a last band and maybe you're doing a solo project.
Right.
And if they expect that thing from you and you switch it up on them, you start making music for yourself, that's where you lose that fan base again.
True.
So I think the trick is to keep up whatever you're doing. Whatever you're doing that has worked this far, don't change it because it has worked this far. And all of a sudden you change that piece and you're like, why am I failing now?
Right. And I think there's a fine line with that because, change can be something that is very widely accepted as well. The example I can use that comes to mind immediately is David Bowie.
Yeah.
Like David Bowie was always true to himself, always himself, to the point
He
where
pandered to no one. That's why we love David Bowie.
But to the point where when he became Ziggy Stardust, he alienated his core fan base immediately because this was completely different. Yet, I mean, in retrospect, looking back on his entire career, it only bolstered his career.
Yeah.
But there's that fine line, and that's something, that I think that all artists struggle with, when you've got a couple hit records under your belt, again, using music as the example, and then you go to the drawing board to write, your fifth record or whatever. Do you write what you've continued to write, or do you change the game a little bit, or do you write for your fans hoping to get that next hit?
And the thing that's so weird, if you've made it as a successful musician and you're making your fifth album, it might be hard to relate to your audience at that point because you're not that poor kid writing music just so he can make it in the world. You're no longer that person that everybody can relate to.
Right.
You're that dude riding in a limo, riding in the airplane, and all your music is about being a musician now, which a lot of people can't relate to at that point. It's a weird mistake or I shouldn't say it's a mistake. It's a pitfall that a lot of musicians fall into.
Yes.
It's hard to toe that line, but I think the trick is that you stay true to your core self.
Yeah.
And as long as you can do that, I think you'll find success because, I mean, David Bowie was successful because everybody knew he did not give a fuck. Not one flying fuck to be had anywhere from David Bowie. And we still respect him to this day for that. If he started pandering to anybody, we would have all lost respect for him. So I think that's just who you're getting when you're dealing with David Bowie.
Now, conversely, though, let's continue down this music hole. Conversely, though, I'll bring up another act that it did not work for, and that is Metallica. Metallica had one aesthetic until they hit the Black Album. And when they went to the Black Album, they got a high-paid music producer, and they put a lot of bells and whistles into that and cleaned it up. And, that was them creating what they wanted to create. But that Black Album is a divide in Metallica fans.
But I think the problem was that's when Metallica started giving a fuck. That's where they were like, oh, let's refine the sound. Let's give the people what they want. They ended up becoming like almost stereotypes of themselves.
Yeah.
And everybody kind of lost touch because they're like, this is not the gritty metal music that I started listening to. These are guys who are caring about what I think, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
I think that's a different side to the same coin. I don't think that's the same situation with David Bowie whatsoever.
All right.
I think that's exactly where they went wrong, is that they didn't stick to their guns.
Yeah. I think the takeaway definitely, I kind of started this out as a band like Flogging Molly, like they genuinely love their fan base, but they create what they're creating for themselves.
Yeah.
And I think, there is that line that you need to toe, and to create, stay true to yourself, create for your heart, express yourself in that way, and people are either going to love it or they're not.
Well, when we were talking about it with them, I started thinking about like if they did write music for their fans instead of for themselves, and they're one of the heaviest touring bands, and they're playing that song that they wrote for somebody else night after night after night after night, they're going to lose their mind.
Right.
They're going to hate doing it. They're going to start sucking at their live performances, and people are not going to like what they're putting out anymore. So that's why you have to stay true to yourself, because you know what? People are going to be able to tell that you're pandering, and it's going to suck.
It's true.
That's how I feel about it.
Right.
Community shout out!
So I saw somebody got a pretty cool tattoo.
That's true. So community shout out this week. Joey! I don't know your last name. But Instagram, I'll throw up your Instagram because you had quite the photo this week. At XJoeyEdge got the Reaper, our Reaper image tattooed on him, which I thought was amazing, by tattoo artist Avery Quigley. And here, first of all, is a picture of Joey with his dog. See you out there loving on the Death Wish, loving on everything we do, which is awesome. T-shirt. Oh yeah. But here's a photo of his tattoo. Looks great. Looks just like the pin. That pin is going to be released very soon to all of you, so you'll be able to see that. That pin is designed by tattoo artist Pete Clark, and it's just so rad that somebody out there in the wild went and got it on their body forever, and I think that's really, really cool.
There's some good line work in there, too.
What also is awesome is Joey here, ex-Joey Edge. He's a barber. Here's a shot of him doing what he does best, and he loves tattoos, he loves coffee, and he makes people look awesome.
Is he a barber, or does he scalp people? Because that could be either, judging to that picture.
That is true, that is true. But we want to give a community shout-out and mugs up this week to Joey, ex-Joey Edge on Instagram. Now, here it is, guys. This is the moment you've been waiting for. This is the contest to end all contests. And I'm just going to put the picture up while Dustin unbox it. There it is. Recently, we did something here at Death Wish Coffee that we've never tried before, but it went so well. We're going to do it, I think, every single release now. We did a golden ticket release for the brand new Reaper mug that is a variant color, and we only released 15 of these. Nice. And great response. Now, full disclosure, when we make an order like this for any piece of merchandise, one of the things that D-Man has to do is talk with our affiliates and make sure that we get a product here at HQ so we can have the amazing Thomas Dragonetti take a nice photo of it so we have something as reference that we can put out on the internet. We did that for this. This was a brand new mug that we were making with a brand new color design on it. And so you were like, okay, please get that mug sent. And it got lost in the mail. That's this one right here. We found it.
Didn't show up until 20 days later.
Yeah.
And it showed up at our doorstep.
Yep. So we found it. We thought we lost it forever, but it's been found. So we thought, we got to do something special with it, right?
It's got to be epic.
Yeah. So we're doing it. So this is what you got to do.
Listen carefully.
It's so easy. What we want you to do is record a short video showing us what fuels you. Then all you got to do is take that video and post it on any social media, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and use that hashtag Fueled by Deathcast. It's that easy. Just a short video showing us what fuels you, and it can be anything. It can be, playing music like we were talking about earlier. It can be what you cooking dinner for your family.
Could be your kitty cats.
Could be your kitty cats.
Shout out to Blasco.
Yeah, it can be anything. And to give you an example, just to even hammer this home, both myself and D-Man, we made our own What Fuels You videos. And here they are, just to show you what we're talking about. Hey guys, it's the Incredible Jeff, and what fuels me? Well, it's comic books. I'm a big Star Wars fan, but I love all sorts of comic books. Superhero comic books. I got them everywhere in this room. I'm actually going through and reorganizing a lot of them. But I love the art. I love the writers. I love just collecting them. That's what really fuels me. I love being able to walk into a comic shop and pick up a story that maybe I've never heard of and just fall in love with it. Or some of my favorite characters like Wolverine, just getting all of the books I possibly can and just collecting them all, like The Walking Dead or East of West. But the art, the stories, trading them, telling other people about them, it's a lot of my favorite stuff, and it's definitely what fuels me.
My name is Dustin, and this is what fuels me.
And it's that easy, guys. So one more time, for this This is starting right now. As you're seeing this, this contest is live. So you have from now until Monday, November 20th, to record a short video. It can be as short as a couple seconds, or you can take your time with it. Doesn't matter. Show us what fuels you. Make sure you post it anywhere on social media and use the hashtag FueledByDeathCast so we can find it. And we're going to pick one lucky winner, and they're going to win the Holy Grail. These don't exist. There's 15 of these in the world.
It makes me nervous when you pick it up
Yeah.
and hold it. Like, don't drop it.
What's
going to
make this even more
What's that ring?
What's going to make this even more special is that D-Man and myself are going to sign the bottom like we normally do. So this is going to be a one of a kind of a one of a kind.
Yeah.
Like 100% super collectible thing that you really want to get your hands on. And all you got to do is make a short video and post it to social media, and we're going to send this out to you. And that is crazy.
Yeah.
And we're going to announce the winner on next week's show, which will be the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And the winner with their video will also be the community shout-out. And don't worry if you've already been shouted out on this show before as a community shout-out, because you can still enter and still win it. And it'll be all random. We're going to take all of the entries, put them into a hat, and pick one at random. And we can't wait to see all your videos.
So one last sum up. Send us a video, a short video of what fuels you. Hashtag it, Fueled by Deathcast. This will end November 20th on Monday. We will pick one winner. We will feature you on the podcast as a community shout-out, and you will win this mug. We will send it right to you.
It's that easy.
It's crazy.
It's that easy.
We don't even get these mugs.
Nope. Awesome.
I'm stealing this.
All right. So good luck, everybody.
Welcome back to the show.
All right. A very happy birthday this week to some really cool people. First up is Pete Davidson from SNL, one of my favorite new cast members. He's going to be 24. He's just a baby. He's been going through some rough times as of late. He came out telling everybody just after last season that he has an addiction to drugs and alcohol, and he's been getting help for it. It actually, you can tell in his comedy. It was affecting his comedy, and he's a different comedian now that he's clean.
Is it better or worse?
Better. I think he's funnier.
Yeah.
Because he has that edge to him. He can see through the looking glass kind of
Yeah.
thing. So I really, really enjoy that. On Friday, November 17th, one of my favorite actors of all time, Danny DeVito. There he is on one of our favorite shows. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's going to be 73 years old. One of my favorite roles, though, Danny DeVito, right here.
Penguin.
Right there. There he is.
I knew it.
So scary. Oh, man. Batman Returns. So freaking scary.
Whoever
as the
thought
Penguin.
Danny DeVito would be the best Batman villain
Ugh.
ever? Behind Heath Ledger.
Behind Heath Ledger. But, man, so good. We got a pair of birthdays on Sunday, November 19th. First up, Adam Driver is going to be 34 years old. Here he is looking all dapper. And if you don't really recognize him, you might recognize him as his alter ego, Kylo Ren from Star Wars. I'm very, very, very excited about The Last Jedi coming out in only a month. We're going to see a lot more of Kylo
I love how
Ren.
they get this big, ominous, scary villain, and he's like a weird, geeky dude
Yeah.
with a helmet. I think
It's
that's
awesome.
such a great dichotomy.
It's so cool. So we're going to learn a lot more about him. I'm very excited. Also on Sunday, November 19th, actor Jason Scott Lee. Here he is actually portraying Bruce Lee in Bruce Lee, the Dragon story there. The Bruce Lee story. I got it right. He's going to be 51 years old. Little known fact, a lot of people think that he is related to Bruce Lee, and he is not. It is they are not related, no relation. He just happened to play him in a movie and look pretty close to him.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, if
That's
I were to
pretty
tell you
close.
that's Bruce Lee, that's pretty close.
I would be like, no,
Yeah,
that's not
it's
Bruce
not.
Lee.
It's close. though. On Monday, November
Bo Derek,
20th,
huh?
Bo Derek. She's going to be 61 years old, and if you don't know who Bo
I
Derek
thought
is...
Bo Derek was a dude.
No! Bo Derek is attributed for making the cornrows hairstyle very popular in the late 70s and early 80s, and that is because of the movie 10. Here she is coming out of the water right there, that iconic shot of her with her hair. And that hairdo went everywhere after that, so... Happy birthday to her. Finally, on Wednesday, November 22nd, Scarlett Johansson is going to be 33 years old.
Really? That's it. Wow.
Another one of my favorites, and including her role right here as the Black Widow in the Marvel Universe.
I felt mediocre about her as a Black Widow.
It's all right.
I think she's done better than that.
I'm
not convinced that she can actually kick somebody's ass. I don't know why.
Okay. I do enjoy her though in those movies. So happy birthday to all those guys. You want to roast? Let's roast something.
Let's roast something.
I smell a roast.
This is a good one.
Yeah. So I'm always looking for topics, and please, guys, let us know in the comments what you'd like us to roast, because I'm always looking for fun stuff that's gonna piss D-Man and me off, and I'd love to take suggestions from you guys and turn them into segments. But this one has been happening for quite some time now, a lot of years, and I gotta talk about it because it really just pisses me off. Wearing pajamas in public. Freaking stop it. Just stop. Stop going outside in your PJs and thinking that's okay. Because it's not okay.
It's not okay.
I don't understand.
I feel like when I see somebody wearing their pajamas in public, I can smell their gross, sweaty bed. Like take a shower, get out of your gross clothes, clean yourself up. You're a disgrace to humanity.
I don't get it. Society on a whole used to care about dress. And even in America, that was a thing, early, colonial times and stuff like that. And it's not the case anymore. I mean, go back to Victorian era, go back to the time when, what you wore not only kind of told people what you were about, but could have even said what you were doing, what part of society's class structure you were part of, I mean, dress really meant a lot. And that's why it took a lot to get into some of those clothes.
Yeah.
And like I said, even in the early 1900s, late 1800s, like the colonial times, again, it was, offside even of the military, it was, you dressed a certain way to show that you were a specific part of society.
So these people look pretty goofy, but I think that you look goofier in pajamas than these people do if you were to go out and dress like this in public. You know what I mean?
I agree.
You're better off in colonial wear than your gross-ass pajamas with your shitty coffee stains, and they're all wrinkled, and you just look, your hair is a mess.
I don't get it.
Oh, and you stink. You stink.
I don't get it. I mean, and I have some photos here of, dressed through the ages and how it's changed, but this is something that basically started in 2012, and I don't understand why it's okay. And the laziness factor, okay, fine, you're lazy and you just are, I'm just going to the store to pick up some milk, man. I got pajama bottoms and a shirt on. It's fine. No, it takes 2 seconds to put on a jacket and some pants and some shoes. So people are out in slippers, and it's just, I can't fathom how it is, to the point now where it has actually become fashion. One of the things that is crazy, and I have a picture up now, is a guy who made this okay, is Hugh Hefner. Granted, he was in pajamas all the time, but that was his deal. He was a playboy. That was
I think that was just to show that I don't even need to leave the house
Correct.
to be successful.
I'm in a smoking jacket and pajama bottoms. And
I doubt you actually saw him in public unless it were an event where he was playing himself as a character.
Correct.
Where he'd actually be wearing pajamas. I bet in most times where he left the house to go to the store to get some milk, he knew not to wear fucking pajamas.
It's just I can't get it. I can't get it out of my head.
No!
And now here's some actual brand new examples.
That looks so bad. It looks like it's Photoshop.
This is Selena Gomez. This is Elle Fanning.
No!
And
wait, are those race cars?
Race cars on pleated, fashionable PJs. And then even Ryan Gosling. Now again, this could maybe be construed as a yacht kind of wear, but it's pajamas,
He
basically.
looks dumb. He still looks dumb. I'm sorry.
So we're looking to celebrities now as a barometer of what's cool to wear and what's not cool to wear. Like I said, it used to be your society, the top hat for men. The length of the top hat, the material that the top hat was made would actually connotate what your stature was in your profession and what your stature was in society. You know, like you've heard of a top hat, you've heard of a coachman's hat. That was a driver. Literally, a coachman would wear a different type of hat because it would connotate, oh, that's what you do for a living.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Same thing with women, like the dress that they would wear or the jewelry that they would wear would speak to how they fit into society. And now it's not like that. You know, I mean, society has changed a ton since the Renaissance, for sure. And, you know, even in recent times, you know, in like from 1950s on, pop culture 100% has influenced, you know, fashion, and that's fine. I even have some fashionable ideas. Like this is Beverly Hills 90210 from the 90s. This is a cast photo from that show, but it's a very good look of the different looks that men and women were 100% wearing day to day in everyday life.
I like the Canadian tuxedo in the middle.
Not one of these people is wearing pajamas, everybody. Even as we got into the 2000s, fashion got a little crazy. This is late 90s, early 2000s. You know, here's some crazy examples. Still not pajamas. If fashion's weird, and fashion can be weird, but it's not pajamas. I don't understand why you'd want to leave the house and advertise that you're lazy, you're unwashed, and you just don't give a fuck.
You're a piece of shit. Let me tell you, if you're wearing pants where it says pink on your ass, do not leave the house. Stay inside. Everything will be better inside. Don't wear pajamas in public.
It started years ago. We've been dealing with this now for like 5 or 6 years, and when it started, I was like, you know, I bet you it'll be a fad and it'll be over. But, I mean, it's to the point where fashion designers are still coming out with it. Like those examples of celebrities were from this year. You know, some from just a couple months ago.
It seems so common sense because even though we have never brought this up because it seems like a common sense topic, pajamas are for the bed and home. But I feel so seriously about this that I won't even go out in public with someone who's wearing pajamas.
No, me either. And I can't understand it. This is not just America, though. As recent as last year in England, a headmistress of a private school sent out a letter to the parents of her school asking them to please stop coming to school and dropping their kids off in their pajamas. Not their kids, the parents. And not only that,
the parents are wearing pajamas?
Parents are wearing pajamas and coming to pick up their kids from school or dropping them off. Or they're having like...
Are they getting out of the car?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I mean. They're like waiting at the drop-off.
If you're in your car, you don't leave your car. That's okay if you're wearing pajamas. I don't have to look at you. If you're getting out of your car and like
I still think if you're getting into your car and going into the world, you still shouldn't be in pajamas.
How long does it take to put on pants? How long does it take to put on pants?
I don't know. What if you get hit? What if you get into an accident and then you have to like deal with the police in your pajamas? Like they should arrest you at that point, right? Like what I'm getting at is that this headmistress was even citing facts that, you know, for school functions like chorus concerts that the kids would have, parents would show up in the audience in pajamas. And it's just, I think as a society, I'm not saying we need to get back to the Victorian corset and the top hat and tails.
I am, Jeff.
I'm not saying that we need to go that far, but I think we should, I mean, even look as far back as the 40s and 50s.
I want a top hat.
It's back in the 40s and 50s. It was cool to wear a suit all the time. That was like the thing.
Yeah.
You know, you see it on shows like Mad Men that exist in that timeline. But I mean, like that was the thing. That was the fashion. It wasn't like, you know, you would be, you know, without your suit, you know, and just bumming around your house. No, like they dressed up nice all day, every day. I don't think it's that hard.
Dress for success, people.
Dress for success. Don't dress for bed all day, every day.
Ugh.
I don't get it.
There's something in my brain when I see somebody dress up like that. It just goes, ugh, gross.
Because even if it's a fashionable pajama that you're wearing out as clothes, it doesn't translate. I still look at it as like you just rolled out of bed and you were wearing that all night, sleeping and sweating in it.
Yeah.
And now you're just in your PJs. I just boggles my mind, people. I don't get it. We should, collectively as a society, we need to just make sure that this stops. I would love nothing more than 2018 to roll around and people wearing pajamas in public is just not a thing anymore.
I hope 2018, everybody's wearing pajama rompers in public.
I hate it.
call
I
it.
hate
If that
it.
happens, it's all my fault. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I hate it.
Quick, let's move on before we conjure the beast.
Let's get to the update.
D-Man's Death Wish Update. Brought to you by Death Wish Coffee.
All right. Well, this week, D-Man, we got some fun stuff to talk about.
Chocolate.
Mm,
The pretzel bark is coming. It
Yep.
landed here today. We're sending it right out so everybody can get their pretzel chocolate as soon as possible. But man, this stuff is good.
Yeah, we're
It is
really
so
excited
good.
about it. Super sweet, salty, caffeinated,
And it's
delicious
nice.
chocolate.
Yeah, it's a little bit salted on top, and then it's got coffee in it too. So the coffee gives it a bit of a crunch with the salt and the pretzel. It's like this perfect amount of crunch with your chocolate. It's my mouth is watering.
Yeah,
I can't even
it's-
talk about it.
It's better than any breakfast bar that you can get on the go at a gas station. Honestly, like ever since we've gotten this product, one of my favorite things to do is wake up in the morning, grab a cup of coffee, and have this with my first cup of
you
coffee.
eat chocolate for breakfast.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Is
okay.
there?
Yes.
On next week's roast.
Chocolate for breakfast. Why?
Man. Well, so the chocolate's coming. We're very excited
Sorry
about
to
that.
break that news
That's
to you,
okay.
Jeff.
It's all right.
I can't believe
We're
you
just
didn't
gonna
learn
keep
that as a
moving.
kid.
No, I did learn that as a kid, but I'm an adult now. I can eat chocolate for breakfast if I want.
Okay, buddy. Speaking of chocolate, chocolate rum
there it
balls
is.
coming.
There it is. Oh man. So it's been years. In fact, to the point where I didn't even work here the last time this came out.
Yeah, when I first started working here, there was a few bags laying around.
So you even started after the fact. So
I think I started like the day it went on sale or something like that. It's something close. So yeah.
If you don't know about our barrel brand, really quickly, what we do is we get awesome barrels that used to hold liquor from Albany Distilling, and then we put green coffee beans inside of them, and we let them sit there for how long do we let them sit? A couple months?
It depends.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you the secret.
All right.
But it varies
We
depending
let-
on weather and the type of beans and where they come
There you
from.
go. When we let them soak in all of the extra deliciousness
The
that
juices.
was in those barrels, and then we roast them, and then we make our barrel brand. And we've tried it with all different types of different liquor. And this one obviously is rum. So these were barrels that held rum, and we add a little bit of chocolate notes to it after we roast it. And-
Organic chocolate and vanilla essential oils, actually. I know this
And-
for a fact.
Yeah, and then we have this product ready and for you, just for you, and it's coming. It's like right around the corner.
I don't think I've actually tried it.
I can't wait.
I can't speak on how amazing it is. All I can tell you is that everybody raves about it.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy to bring it back to you guys. So I will be trying it very soon because we are starting to roast it right now.
Cannot wait for this product. I can't wait to try it too.
Jeff, I like what you're wearing there.
Yeah, I do too. I've been wearing it all show. It fits really nice.
Looks like it
Nice
fits
and
really
warm.
good. I like this red enamel top pin here.
Yeah. Here it is, guys. We've been talking about this. This is our brand new denim jacket that we're gonna go. I'm actually wearing a prototype. We don't even have the finished product. But it will look very, very similar to
It's a pretty
this.
cool back patch there.
Dark denim, blue denim. Is
Jeff,
what
what
we're
if
gonna
you just
do.
spin around real quick?
Not gonna do it.
Just a quick spin.
As Dustin was saying, the top button is this awesome red button with the Death Wish logo on it. But another thing that you guys probably didn't know in the original photo that we put out, every button on this jacket actually says Death Wish Coffee. I got a photo of it right up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
And like D-Man is saying, we are going to have a really cool patch on the back in the vein of your denim biker jackets that are out there.
Yeah, looks like it's
And,
straight out of Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, and once that's all finalized and ready, this is, again, right around the corner. We wanted to hit you guys with a ton of cool stuff for the end of the year, and that's why all of this stuff is just raring to go. We're so excited about it.
Jeff and I warned you many times that, coming around Cyber Monday and Black
Friday. It's next week, everybody.
and the holidays in general, man, it's going to be one thing after another. And starting this weekend, maybe Saturday,
Yeah.
the Chemex
The
is finally
Chemex.
going to be available for you guys.
Our awesomely branded Chemex. First time the company of Chemex has ever worked with a coffee company to make a co-branded product, and we're just so excited about it. You want to talk about an amazing gift for the holidays? It's this. It's a brew system. And you know what I want to ask you, D-Man, because I don't even actually know the answer to this question. I know we're going to be selling the Chemex. Are we going to be selling a bundle? Are we going to be able to give people the ability to buy a Chemex, the filters, and the coffee all together?
Yeah, well, if you buy the Chemex, you're going to get the filters anyways.
Awesome.
So that's a fact. If you buy a Chemex on our website, you get 100 filters with it.
Perfect.
There will be a bundle available. I haven't talked to marketing about this yet, but it's just a no-brainer. We'll have a whole bean bundle with this Chemex.
Again, what a cool present to get during the holidays of a whole kit ready to go. All you got to do is boil water, grind your beans, and you're ready.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing. We're really excited about that. But like we said, so much cool stuff coming in the next couple weeks leading up to the end of the year, because we got Black Friday, we got Cyber Monday, we got Thanksgiving coming up, we got the holiday season, our annual end of the year blowout spectacular that we always do. If you haven't seen that, that'll be a lot of fun deals, a lot of new products. Plus, you guys know we got 2 freaking mugs coming.
Yeah.
Before the end of the year. And then it's on to 2018 and we start it all over again.
And then we'll have 2018
Yeah,
mugs.
so I mean, it's just so much stuff.
Dude, wait until you see. I know it's not on the list here, and I'm only going to mention it. Wait until you see this 2018 Death Wish mug.
Can't wait.
It's going to be a design you have never seen before that other Deneen buyers have not been able to get. This is like, I've only seen prototypes.
Awesome.
And it's called the Hammer.
The Hammer.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
This thing is awesome. That's all I'll say.
You
about
heard.
It. Yeah.
You heard that. That's some news that I don't think anybody in the office knows. That's
probably not.
some pretty crazy news.
Probably said too much.
So we'll put a pin in it. That's it for this week. Tune in next week and every single week for more amazing news from Death Wish Coffee Company.
Thanks for tuning to the show, guys. Don't forget, share the episode, win the mug. Make sure to put in the comments that you have shared, and you can win this
Valentine's
awesome
Day mug.
Valentine's Day.
I love it. It's a little shorter little mug, It's perfect for your cupboard and that morning, that small cup of coffee in the morning. And it's that easy. Just share this feed, comment, shared. This is your last chance to do it. And we'll pick one of the comments and we'll send that mug right out to you. But don't forget about this contest
Don't
going
sleep on
on.
it. Don't you will regret if you sleep on it.
Golden ticket contest, guys. This is this easy. Just record a short video of yourself showing us what fuels you. Don't tell us. Show us what fuels you. And then use that hashtag Fueled by Deathcast when you post that video to any social media. And we're going to pick one winner on next week's show. And they're going to win this rare mug. No one's going to have a mug like this because we're going to sign the bottom of it. It's going to be amazing. So don't miss out. Don't sleep on it. And tune in next week, guys. We love you. We love your support. Thanks for watching. Keep telling people about the show. Let us know what you think, what you like, what you don't like, and we'll be back next week with a brand new edition of Fueled by Deathcast.
Cheers.
This has been Fueled by Deathcast, a Death Wish Coffee Company podcast production. Thanks for listening.